Do you remember that offer I got from Uber where if I did a certain number of trips in 30 days, I'd get guaranteed earnings? Well, I said that I could do 3 trips a day with Uber and easily make the number of trips needed in 30 days. Well, guess what? It's Friday and the clock is ticking. So I've got 7 days left to do 25 trips with Uber Eats. But I decided to just do them all this weekend. It's Friday today, so starting tomorrow, we're going to do only Uber Eats. Whatever Uber Eats sends me, I'm going to accept it. Wherever they tell me to go, I'm going to go. I don't really care if they're bad deliveries. I'm just trying to get the 25 trips. So it doesn't really matter if they're bad trips, right? I think I could have done this a lot sooner, except I was just getting such bad orders for the last month from Uber Eats. Every time I'd turn it on, I would, cherry pick and it would just take forever to get anything good. So starting tomorrow, Uber Eats only, and I'll accept everything they give me. Let's see what happens. The reason that we're doing all Uber deliveries today is because we have to get to 75 deliveries. We need 75 deliveries to meet the guaranteed income number, and that deadline is approaching. I think it's September 23rd. So today will be all Uber, and not only will it be all Uber, we will accept every order unless I know that it's going to be an order that delays me. All right, I've never picked up at this Dunkin's before.
Arrived.
Whenever I do Uber Eats, I always go to a lot of places I've never been.
A few moments later.
They're now hiring sign makes sense. Like a lot of places I go to in the last year, that place was a little messed up. There was no one in the restaurant. I could hear people talking in the back, and I yelled back a couple times, "Hello, is anybody here? Hello?" And they finally did show up and say, "Oh, it's not going to be ready for 15 minutes, so we're not going to wait. We're just going to cancel that order and move on." So now we're back to still needing 24 more deliveries. Dough in the box. A few locations here in Atlanta. Definitely great customer service. They take good care of me. What makes Uber Eats so much different than doing DoorDash is that they don't have delivery zones. They will literally just give you the closest order from where you are. So each time you drop off an order, it's just looking for the next nearest order to give you. And it usually tries to give it to you while you're dropping off. So sometimes you'll see me actually getting an order before I've actually even dropped off the previous one. This is our next one, $10.92 out of IHOP. And I believe while I'm picking this one up, I'm going to get my next one. And that's how it works with Uber Eats. After this run, we had got sent back to dough in the box for $3.76. Most of these had been pretty close together, and you'll notice a pattern develop where it's pretty much all Chick-fil-A, donut shops, and other fast food restaurants. When you work the morning shift, that's kind of what you get. And up until now, it had been a great Saturday morning. The weather was nice, traffic was light, and we were really making some progress on these drops. But I was just accepting everything that I was getting, like I'd promised I was going to do. And then things suddenly started to take a turn for the worse as the trip distances got longer and the trip value, the money I was getting paid, started getting smaller. And I didn't notice until I started getting sent on some particularly long runs. This next one, for example, $2.92, was 8.7 miles in distance. Fortunately, I enjoy driving, so I'm just kind of out here on a Saturday morning driving around, going up to people's doors and handing off food, and it really doesn't even seem like work to me. But I am getting paid, although not as much as I would like to be getting paid. I do have to buy gas. Once again, we're back at Chick-fil-A. This offer was $3.38, but it wasn't quite $1 a mile either. But we're just banging these out and dropping them off. And thank goodness that it was good weather and no traffic. So it's almost 10 o'clock, and we're moving right along through these 25 runs. I think we're going to make it, actually. We're on our way to this one right now. I picked up some real bad ones, though. Like I said, I'm on auto accept right now. If there was a button I could push to just accept all orders, I would do that. When I walked into this Starbucks, it looked like a clown factory. So I just basically turned around and walked right back out. I knew it was going to be a long wait. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Why'd you take a Walmart order if you're trying to, get all these orders done in one day? You always wait here because you have to check in once you park in your parking spot. and then they bring it out to you like within 5 or 10 minutes. It's not a quick in and out thing, but it's done. What's done is done. We'll sit here, we'll wait for it. Hopefully it's not a lot of groceries. We dropped off that enormous grocery order, and the lady was really nice. She met us at the door and helped unload the car and was really appreciative, and $15 cash tip. The very elusive cash tip that we don't see very often. So that was very nice. And then I got this terrible order that I accepted because I am on auto accept. Hey, at least it's not a Walmart grocery order or something like that. I think it was Subway $3 for about, I don't know, 6 or 7 miles. I don't care. I got 8 deliveries done. Let's go pick up number 9. The order payouts were getting worse and worse, and the distance was getting longer and longer. It's almost like I started to see a pattern developing where, because I was taking everything that they were giving me, they were just giving me terrible orders, almost like they wanted me to start declining something. This order here was really the straw that broke the camel's back. Hey guys, we've got 10 of them done, and number 11 is on board, but I really got to start paying attention before I auto-accept all of these. I said at the beginning I was just going to accept all the deliveries because I was just focused on getting 25 done. But then I'm setting the GPS, I'm going, what? Why is it going to be 30 minutes to drop this off? Is it something weird? And then I look and I go, wow, this was 18 miles for $6. That's like 33 cents a mile is what I'm getting paid on these. So I may have to start looking at the mileage a little bit on them. And of course the drop-off was basically downtown Atlanta. So I had to turn around and then drive back to the delivery area I was more comfortable in. Now something interesting here happened next. I got 2 orders. This was the add-on order. It was a liquor pickup. And the first order was a smoothie store that I'm on the way to now. I made the decision to switch these 2 orders rather than pick up smoothies and then let them sit in my car while I picked up an alcohol order. Just seemed illogical, like these would melt if I had them in the car. And then I also dropped off the smoothie order first, which was not what Uber wanted me to do. This is me dropping off the alcohol order. By the way, I was dropping it off at his place of work. Hopefully his employer doesn't mind. We are trucking right along. We are more than halfway done now with that last alcohol delivery that we just made. And he gave me a $10 tip, which is always a good plus. Like that, $10 in cash. He didn't have to do that, but he just did. We love that. And while we were pulling in, we got this order right here. It's another one of those crappy orders, but we're just going to bang through these. I think now that we're halfway through, it's about 1 o'clock. We can get through the rest of these today. I'm fingers crossed that we can do it. As a gig worker, the orders that you pick up aren't always going to apartments or houses. In this case, this McDonald's was going to an 18-wheeler that was parked at the end of an industrial park. Count the speed bumps. By the way, this order here that I got on the way there, $4.21 for 11 miles, would be the last bad order I would take. I'm now going to start cherry picking. All right, we are making progress. It's about almost 2 o'clock, and we only have 10 more to go. But some of these runs are just absolutely crazy. This last one left me almost to the airport, way out in the boonies. I've been driving for about 10 or 15 minutes just to get back to somewhere close to where I live before I turn back on the app. But we'll get started again here very soon. Next, I got 2 orders out of the same Chick-fil-A. But I realized that I was almost out of driving time with Uber. I could only drive for 12 hours in one day, and I had been driving a lot. And the line at this Chick-fil-A was crazy because it was game day, Saturday. So I decided this would be my last 2 runs of the day. Good morning, everyone, and happy Sunday. Sidekick Guy here. It is very early in the morning, about 4:25 a.m. We have 8 more deliveries that we have to make until we make our cash bonus. We're going to do that today. Our guaranteed earnings from Uber should probably get us an extra $300 bonus or so, and that's going to be nice. Yesterday we had 0 net income. No, we had less. Actually, we had negative net income. That doesn't mean we didn't make money. That just means, as far as we report for tax purposes, our deductions outweighed the amount of money that we brought in. We still made money yesterday. We can see on the line where it says profit after gas. After we paid for our gas, we still made money. Uber had us literally driving everywhere for 33 cents a mile. We won't be making that mistake today. But anyway, we're on to what our regular viewers know as my least favorite McDonald's. I'm gonna bet $50 to myself that they will not be open. Oh gee, a multi-car accident at 4:30 in the morning. I bet alcohol was involved.
You can also reach out to us through the help section of the Uber app. We appreciate your patience.
I think they're closed. Oh, okay. So this is really weird. I mean, it's not weird that the McDonald's is closed. I kind of expected that. But it's weird that this guy who claims that he works there is just banging on the glass for like 5 minutes and nobody's coming, and he just thinks that's normal. Anyway, I leave after I get my $3, and sure enough, Uber sends me right back to the same McDonald's. This is like 20 minutes later. They're still closed. But I go through the routine of going up to the speaker and then pulling up to the window, and then I just call support, because Uber's not going to give you any money unless you actually talk to a support person, which is really dumb. DoorDash just lets you take a picture of the closed restaurant and gives you half pay. Uber also only gives you $3. They don't give you half pay. So those great orders that you saw earlier, I only made $3 on each one of those. But while I'm sitting there talking to support, guess what happens? I turn on DoorDash and I get another order out of this McDonald's. I hate this McDonald's. But at least I know with this one, all I've got to do is take a picture and I'll get $3.25, which is half pay. So far today, I've made $9.25 and I haven't delivered anything. It was frustrating. So I did DoorDash, which got me a nice $22 delivery for about 22 miles, but it was totally worth it to at least have some money start coming in. Strange that he kind of met me at his garage door, but whatever. Next up was Starbucks for $10.57, and this person was very much waiting for me when I got out of the car, so I appreciate that. Then we had McDonald's for $8.86. And through these, I'm actually declining quite a bit, but I'm not showing you cards of all the ones that I'm declining. I'm only picking up good orders now. There's only one thing I hate more than speed bumps, by the way, and that's gated communities. And this one, he didn't give me the gate code, so I had to call him for it. Then I had to call him on the speaker box a second time to get him to open the gate, and then was able to actually finally make the delivery. And as the nice guy that I am, his newspapers were right there on the side, so I went ahead and carried up his newspapers to the door and put that next to the food. Little added touches in there. This Bojangles had a really long line at the drive-thru and the lobby was closed. And so that's just not going to work for me. I just moved on to the next one, which was actually pretty good. It was 2 separate orders out of the same McDonald's, so I picked both of those up. It was actually a pretty good morning right now. These drop-offs were less than a mile away from each other. So I dropped off one, and then as soon as I got back in my car, I looked at my GPS and I said, oh, I don't have very far to go at all. So then I just zipped over and dropped off the other one. Doing these side gigs for the last year has actually been a lot of fun. It's like having an outside job where it's still climate controlled. I'm really just listening to my tunes most of the time and delivering food to people. You really couldn't ask for a better, easier job. I won't get rich doing this job, but it will pay the bills. Hey, good morning. It's Sunday, and we've got 8 more Uber trips to go. I've already banged a couple of them out. We had sort of a rocky start this morning. We had 2 no-goes out of my least favorite McDonald's, so it wasn't a good start, but we're going now. At this point, the morning is going real smoothly. After this one, I'll really only have 3 more to go, and then I will be done for the day. And I'll probably get done before lunchtime, which is awesome. Then we'll also get the bonus. Sundays are sort of an odd day for deliveries in my area. I have a lot of Chick-fil-A restaurants, and as you know, Chick-fil-A isn't open on Sunday. So instead, I get a lot of different orders that come from places like Page's Pastries here for $9.94. I don't usually see much out of this restaurant except on Sundays. I also see more IHOPs and also, like this one, deliveries to hotels and motels, which are okay. We're actually on our way to get this one right here at Dolly's Farmhouse. Look at this one, man. This is a joke. I would never pick this up normally, but since we're only going for trips, we only have 2 more to go right now. Look at this one though, $3. But like I said, let's just get these trips done. We got 2 to go. This is one of the 2. And then we have 1 more to do after this, and we'll be done for the day, so we'll get our bonus. When Dolly's Farmhouse first started doing deliveries, they were on my list of places I wouldn't pick up at, because they just seem to always have long waits. But they've gotten better. So I do pick up there again. There are places that are on my list and routinely go on and off my list, like my least favorite McDonald's. It's still okay right now, but they're just about to go back on my punishment list. And now we are finally at our last delivery, and it couldn't have been a better one. I love this IHOP restaurant. They are always prepared and fast, and we got the bonus. Now after we pick it up, we just got to get it dropped off, and then we'll do a quick recap of the day and talk about how much money we got paid for doing these 75 deliveries. All right, we did all 75 deliveries. We've completed 25 of them just this weekend in 2 days, so that's awesome. And let's look at the rundown, see how much money we made with the bonus. So the extra incentive that was added in is $289. That left us making almost $347 for that day. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and like the video.